time off yesterday. Um, Out here in Colorado and having a good time. But the ragweed out here is really bad, and my allergies are kicking my butt. So do the best I can today. And on my laptop here, it takes an hour and a half to make the video after I make put it all together. Then I have to convert it. So it's quite the challenge, but I'm making it, and this is what we got going on today. This is a mid-level water vapor. See it here flowing this way. Not a great drawing, but and low pressure going back up this way, right? And you have high pressure out here in the west. Um, what's going to happen is a trough is going to build in the east, but it's not going to. The cold front doesn't look like it's going to make it. Um, Push far enough south, at least in the short term, to cool us off. And in fact, it's going to get pretty hot right here. If we go back to the infrared satellite loop, um, for those who don't know, I should say this: the milky white colors indicate more moisture in the atmosphere at the mid levels, and the yellows and indicate drier air. So mid levels I like to look at because that's a good indication of how saturated the column is up in the atmosphere. So right now, not a lot going on. We got some general overrunning moisture here, looks like, in the southeast, Mississippi Valley. Looks like, and I'll talk about this later too, there's a flooding risk here in the desert southwest in the coming days, with the flow being right up into the desert southwest. And some enhanced severe chances as short waves move through this trough here in the next couple days. 6 to 10 days. This is valid September 7th to 11th, issued yesterday. You can see a good part of the nation has a good chance to be below normal, but the southeast will be on the edge here, and Florida will still be hot. And the hotter temps will be, looks like low pressure moving in the coast here, providing some relief from some rain out west. But the hot temperatures move to the east. You can see in Alaska what's resulting with this ridge here. Hot temperatures, even in Hawaii, it's above normal. So, um, so when we look at the temperature outlook, doing the best I can in this laptop, guys. Just bear with me here. Same time period. Above normal chances of precip for good pollination, with the exception of north, wherever this front sets up, below normal. Otherwise, much of the country, including the Alaska and Hawaii, have either near normal or above normal chances of being of more precip than normal. So, what does the middle of a flow pattern look like? At least for model guidance here. What's driving the future temperatures that I just showed you? We have a split flow here right now, and over time, this a trough is going to dig down. Excuse me. We've been talking about this for a long time. This is going to happen. And you have a tropical system here that's in the Pacific that's moving into Mexico, right? And this low pressure kind of lifts out, never really pushes Don't really get a northwest flow here in the southeast, right? And that low spins up there for quite some time, keeping unsettled weather going on with likely some, I would say, it might be some chances of severe weather later on in the period. We'll just have to see how that plays out. That low lifts out eventually, and you see what's left. The GFS wants to hold on to the mid-level low here in the central U.S. and wants to kind of pinch it off here, and with a ridge over Mexico and a low over the Pacific Northwest, which we could lead to severe weather out here and in the southeast, depending on how this works out. Unsettled weather definitely in these areas. Move through time here. This is getting out to the 12th of September. You see what they want to have a hurricane develop out here in the Atlantic. But with this trough out here, this trough off the East Coast, it's going to have trouble getting towards the continental U.S. Uh, High pressure builds in the middle part of the country, which will likely bring higher temperatures. I'll talk about that. GFS just wants to keep this low, this pattern, omega pattern here, going for quite a while. Finally, maybe high pressure will build in. It's looks to be quite persistent. The middle part of the country is going to be hot if this forecast plays out. This is 2 weeks out, so we'll see how it goes. Everybody wants to know about, right? The temperatures and how they'll be above or below normal in the next for quite a while here. I'm going to go out like maybe a week or so because we have that other long-term forecast here. So right now we have cooler than normal temps in the east. That will continue, and we have that Canadian, that cross-polar flow bringing in temperatures close to 20, 30 degrees above normal in the northern tier, upper Midwest. The Northwest stays hot, above normal. We're getting out until next Thursday, the 4th. Eventually, temps cool off for a little bit in the southeast, but the Northwest stays pretty hot, right? And that cooler air just hangs around the southeast and into Texas. We have some enhanced moisture here, probably leading to these cool normal temps out here. Oops. Go through time here through the 7th. Eventually, we may get this cool air to come down the spine of the Appalachians, but you can see out west how the temperatures start building up over time here. Likely staying below normal east of the Rockies for a good portion of the east states east of the Rockies, or close to normal. So that's what the temps are going to look like for the next week or so. I like to show this because it gives people an idea. Like if it's usually 90 degrees and it's 10 degrees below normal, then it'll be 80. So that's pretty nice for this time of year, any way you slice it. So what's a precip outlook look like for the next 7 days? You can see the darker reds where the most precip is expected to occur. This is total QPF over the whole model run. So it finally loaded here. Going over time. You can see where the most precip is relegated to Mexico, and mostly in the northern tier of the U.S., northeast, upper Midwest. Canada is really going to get hammered. And then as that tropical system moves on shore here, go back a little bit, the desert southwest is likely to get flooding as well with the enhanced moisture. You can see the swath of moisture goes across the U.S. here. like excuse me, this way, and that's that low pressure I was showing you earlier. That a mid-level low is going to be moving through the flow. Depends where that sets up, but you can see where this is total precip. Now this is just one day. This is a total, and this is ending on the 12th. So just where this is the total amount of precip, where the most precip is expected next week or so. Let's go back. Anyway, you can see where the darker reds are and oranges. Um, and I'll go over the flooding risk here next. As far as severe weather goes, definitely out an uptick here, and severe weather in the short term. We got a marginal risk here in the upper Midwest with general thunderstorms around the rest of the area. These areas here in green. This is mostly driven by a hail and wind threat, marginal risk. That's today. Tomorrow, slight risk in the middle of the country here, to Oklahoma and God Almighty, I have trouble with these states. I don't know why. I'll get it one day. But we have a tornado risk tomorrow as well, small 2% here, mostly driven by hail. It's already got a hatch risk for tomorrow for severe hail, 2 inches or larger in diameter. Wind, slight risk surrounded by a marginal risk of winds greater than 50 knots in the within 25 miles of a point. And for Thursday, that threat moves on to the east here, marginal risk almost spine of the Appalachians into the northeast and mid-Atlantic. Rainfall goes, here's the outlook from the Weather Prediction Center for today. Slight risk in the desert southwest, that's surrounded by marginal risk here in the light green, upper Midwest, and into the lower Mississippi Valley. Tomorrow, still in desert southwest here. This could be a major flooding event depending on where, if rainfall sets up in trains over the same area, because they don't have a lot of good drainage there. It just drains like crazy, floods very quickly. Different areas of marginal risks here. Maybe this is related to the severe weather tomorrow. And day 3, desert southwest, South Florida, into the northeast, marginal risk for excessive rainfall. Exceeding flash flood guidance within 25 miles of a point. So finally, let's look at the tropics real quickly. This system is likely to develop here out in the open Atlantic in the next 7 days. We have plenty of time to watch it. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it right now, given how long it takes for me to make these videos on this laptop. So when I get back on my regular computer, I'll be able to talk more about this. So too early to tell what's going to happen with this thing. So let's just keep an eye on it and always be weather aware. You all have a great day.